Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning viewers. Come back again with me, Intan Cahyani Putri in What's News in UMT. We will go straight to the first information on Tuesday, December 6, 2022. We will take you to Taman Mini Indonesia Indah. Okay, right away we have connected with Unzila Alzura as the second news anchor who is already on location. And will explain a little about Taman Mini Indonesia Indah.
Okay, thank you Intan for your time. Good morning viewers in What News in University of Muhammadiyah Tangerang. With me Unzila Alzura on December 6, 2020. You will be accompanied in Taman Mini Indonesia Indah with fairly busy condition. Okay viewers, today's University of Muhammadiyah Tangerang will carry out event for English study programs. The program is outing class to Taman Mini Indonesia Indah. And then the English education will carry out to the task of being a news reporter and a news anchor. And will cover provinsi including West Sumatra, Riau, Aceh, South Sulawesi, East Nusa Tenggara, and the Museum of Transportation. Okay viewers, as we know, Taman Mini Indonesia Indah is a park area that diversity of Indonesian culture and the diversity which has never been renovated since its building in 1975. The arrangement of Taman Mini will carry out by the Ministry of PUPR. And then the renovation of Taman Mini began in January 2020 and was 100 complete in mid-October 2022. Okay, for the next, our reporter Nanda is already on the bus. We'll explain about the condition.
Well, hello viewers, I'm Nanda Rizka. Here I'm on bus 2, which consists of 59 passengers, include 2 lecturers, 1 staff, and 4 committee members. We left at 7 o'clock and now we are in Tol. Our trip is a little late because we are waiting for lunch. The situation on the bus is quite conducive because the students were working on their own assignment, so they were busy with their own business. That's all I can report. I return to Unzila. Thank you.
Okay, thank you Nanda for your information. Okay viewers, I will return to our main anchor is Intan.
Immediately, our reporter will take us around Taman Mini Indonesia Indah while enjoying the scenery and hunting for contemporary quests to add to our photo collection on social media. First report, we will be connected by Sylvia Febriani, who is currently at the Anjungan West Sumatra. Please Sylvia, what are the conditions at the Anjungan West Sumatra?
Okay, thanks to Intan and good morning viewers. I'm currently in Anjungan West Sumatra at Taman Mini. So guys, as you can see, on behind me, there's a traditional house from West Sumatra, which is called the Gadang Sembilan Ruang Empat Deret. And then there's two Balairu. In the real life, Rumah Gadang, they are used for residence by a big family that headed by Ninik Mamak, who was the title Datuk. And the Balairu is the place that usually all Ninik Mamak use for meeting. Moreover, the Balairu Anjungan West Sumatra also function as a venue for artistic activities such as on Sundays and holidays. This Anjungan often holds events such as Minang Song Competition, Minang Dance Parades, Manghoyak Tabuik, and demonstration of various traditional ceremonies. Furthermore, there is another building, namely the Surau, which functions as it should, as well as a simple cafeteria where people can get acquainted for various kinds of Padang cuisine. So guys, on beside me, there is someone who will be interviewed. Come on. And her name is Hilmina Rahma Dianti. Okay, Miss Hilmina, do you like this Anjungan? And what do you like about this Anjungan?
Of course, it is very extraordinary. I like this Anjungan because there is a typical of West Sumatran, and inside there is have a various aspect of traditional West Sumatran, and visitor can get to know more about the culture of West Sumatra.
Okay. And then, in your opinion, how far is your house to here?
Well, I live in the Tangerang district in Balaraja, so to go to here, it takes approximately 2 hours, but it's no problem for me because when I get here, I feel very pleasant.
Okay, Miss Hilmina, thank you so much for your participation. Okay guys, that's cool, right? And that's the reason why Anjungan West Sumatra never devoid of visit and participation by the Minang people. So guys, I recommend you to visit this Anjungan if you want to come to Taman Mini. And guys, that's why I'm reporting at this time. Sylvia Febriani and all the crew say goodbye. Thank you and have a great day.
Okay, thank you Sylvia for the information. The second report we will be connected by Elsa Alyani, who is currently at the Anjungan Aceh. Please Elsa, what are the conditions at the Anjungan Aceh?
UMT News is based on the set lines of your activities with me, Elsa Alyani, who will provide the latest and most up-to-date news, December 6, 2022. Viewers, the government of Aceh is located on the northwestern tip of the island of Sumatra. Its area is 55.39 kilometers with a population of 3.87.38 million people. The residents of this tropical area generally have livelihoods as farmers. The rest are traders, fishermen, laborers, and workers. Aceh economy began to move towards industry with the establishment of natural gas factories, fertilizer factories, paper factories, and others. This area is also known as the Ceramic Mecca. Until now, Aceh is known as a place with very strong Islamic law. The cultural face of the Acehnese people through the Aceh Pavilion is in Taman Mini Indonesia Indah with 2 models of traditional houses. As the main building, this house with 18 pillars has carvings on the walls which are made of wood. The unique thing about this house is that the entrance is located on the floor of the house with the door facing inward. So people have to fight to get into the house if they don't want to. This desires, the pavilion even occasionally brings in rare types of arts, such as PM drum. The people of Aceh themselves are generally of that the community participation in Aceh Pavilion is quite large, especially when the pavilion holds traditional events involving many people. So guys, behind me there is someone who will be interviewed. And her name is Cintana dari Pasaribu. Okay, Miss Cinta, I want to ask you, do you like this Anjungan and what do you like from this Anjungan?
Oh yes, I like Anjungan Aceh because there is an open the left stage of pavilions for performance of various traditional art such as Saman and Saudati on Sunday and holidays. Witnessing rare art such as PM tool imported directly from the region. For traditional ceremony demonstration in the special event package activity usually which take place once a year.
Okay, the first question is, who are usually come here with?
Oh, I usually come here with my family. We visit the pavilion one by one.
Okay, that's I'm reporting at this time. I'm Elsa Alyani. Thank you for your information. See you and goodbye.
Okay, thank you Elsa for the information. The third report we will be connected by Sylvia Febriani, who is currently at the Anjungan Riau. Please Sylvia, who are the conditions at the Anjungan Riau?
Okay, thanks Intan and good morning viewers. So, I'm currently currently in Anjungan Riau at Taman Mini. Conditions in this Anjungan are quiet dance with visitors, and the time was approaching noon, and the weather was a little drizzly. If we go to the Anjungan Riau, we will be greeted by a replica of the gate from Riau Lingga Royal Palace. At the Anjungan Riau, there are four traditional buildings. The first is the Salaso Val Traditional Hall, named like that because this building is surrounded by a wooden corridor. And wow, really unique, right? In addition, this Balai Besar functions as a place for deliberation and traditional ceremonies. And the second building is the Pencalang House, or the Melayu Lantik Roof House. As you can see, this Pencalang House has a roof shaped like a boat or lanjang. And yeah, wow, that's really cool. And do you know, guys? Actually, the main purpose of this house was built to avoid attacks by wild animals and the danger of flooding that could come at any time. Wow, that's really interesting. Okay, then there is the third building, which is a Malay house with a pyramid roof. So this house is a model of aristocratic houses and become the model for the palace of the Sultans of Indagiri, Riau Lingga, and the Sultans of Palau. Very interesting, guys. So, lastly, there is a Malay house with the roof of the Kajang. So, this house has a step roof, which is called the full Kajang. And do you know, guys, it turns out that the roof can make it easier for rainwater to fall from the roof of the house. So guys, on beside me, there is someone who will be interviewed, and her name is Hilmina Rahma. Okay, Miss Hilmina, do you like this Anjungan? What do you like from this Anjungan?
Yes, I like this Anjungan because it is very interesting to see the culture of Riau. The courtyard of the Anjungan is decorated with several elephants, tiger, and bear statues. And another section, a large book with the word Gurindam 12, written by Raja Ali Haji, is visible, which gives a clear picture of the meaning of Riau in the development of language and literature. This Anjungan greatly introduced Riau-rich culture with various traditional aspects.
Okay, and do you often go here?
When I was little, I went to the mini park several times, but since I was in middle school, I haven't come here much anymore. Finally, today, after a long time, I can have recreation here again. It feels awesome.
Okay, finally you can come here again. Okay, Miss Hilmina, thank you so much for your participation.
My pleasure.
So guys, I recommend you to visit this Anjungan if you want to come to Taman Mini. That's what I'm reporting at this time. Sylvia Febriani and all the crews say goodbye. Thank you and have a great day.
Okay, thank you Sylvia for the information. The final report will be collected by Elsa Alyani, who is currently at the Anjungan is Nusa Tenggara. Please Elsa, what are the conditions at the Anjungan is Nusa Tenggara?
Good afternoon, I'm Elsa Alyani, reporting straight from Taman Mini Indonesia Indah. Fjords and Dianti province has amazing natural potential to become a mainstay tourist attraction. Some well-known tourist objects are Komodo National Park, Kalimutu Tourist Park, Batu Mata Caves, Lanciana Beach, Kamplong Forest, Layang Buah Teras, Momwemera Museum, Nembrala Beach, Rhode Island, cultural tourism on Sumba Island. To show its regional face, the province of Entity built a platform at Taman Mini Indonesia Indah. Here, visitors will see various traditional houses, display objects of the culture of the people. Inside the traditional house, various wedding dress, woven palm leaves, coconut shell crafts, and traditional musical instruments such as hair, Jungga, Akwele, and Sasando, made of seaweed leaves are exhibited. The courtyards of the traditional houses are planted with tall trees, typical plants of the NTB region, in order to describe the condition of the physical environment, flora and fauna, so that it close to the actual situation. To illustrate the unique fauna, instead of Sumba horse and Komodo dragon, the animals found only on Komodo Island is made place an entrance to the pavilion. So guys, on beside me, there is someone who will be interviewed, and her name is Cintana Marito Pasaribu. Okay, Miss Cinta, do you like this anjungan? And what do you like about this anjungan?
Okay, on this pavilion, I like that NTT has a wealth of special foods such as jajang bus, tire variety, papaya flowers, and sumit.
Okay, the second question is, in your opinion, what are the characteristics of the entity pavilion?
In my opinion, there are several characteristics of the pavilion of NTT, such as the pavilion of the Komodo statue at the entrance, and 5 traditional hosts, namely the traditional host Sumba, Flores, Timur, Amur, and the traditional host Temukung, or the S building name.
Okay, Miss Cintana, thank you so much for your information. That's all the news we can convey today. I'm Elsa Alyani in What's New is UMT this afternoon to thank you, and see you at the next time, and Iwan. Good afternoon and goodbye.
Okay, thank you Elsa for the information. The fifth report will be connected by Sylvia Febriani at the Transportation Museum. Please Sylvia, who are the conditions at the museum?
Okay, thanks Intan, and welcome back again with me, Sylvia. So I'm currently in Transportation Museum. Well, the weather is getting cold and visitors are getting crowded at this museum. On behind me, it's clear how the picture of the Museum of Transportation look like. The Transportation Museum is a museum belonging to the Ministry of Transportation, which aims to collect, maintain, document, store evidence of the history and development of transportation in Eastbound in national development. The Transportation Museum has 2 exhibitions, namely the outer exhibition and the inner exhibition. For the indoor exhibition, it consists of a central module, land module, sea module, and air module, both with original objects, imitation, miniatures, and even photographs. So guys, for the central module here, you can see yourself what vehicles are in this module. So for this central module, it describes a simple vehicle for land and sea. Well, then we move on to the ground module. And here are the vehicles that are in this module. The western module here describes land vehicles whose role was important in the past. Okay, next, we are already in the sea module. And yeah, as the name suggests, the marine module describes marine vehicle whose role is as important as the vehicle in the land module. Okay, and then the last module is the air module. So, this air module describes an air vehicle whose role was important in the next bus. Okay, next, we are already in the outer exhibition. And wow, yeah, we can see that this external exhibition is a really vehicle that play an extraordinary role in the past. On beside me, there is someone who will be interviewed, and her name is Hilmina Rahma Dianti. Okay, Miss Hilmina, do you like this museum? And what do you like from this museum?
I like this museum because here there are various miniatures of the history of the development of transportation, especially transportation that was used in the past. This museum provides knowledge to visitors about models and also type of transportation that contain historical value and their role in the struggle of the Indonesian nation.
Okay, the next question, in your opinion, which do you think is better? All the anjungan that we visit or this museum?
Okay, the most interesting for me is this transportation museum, because here there are various miniatures such as airplanes, trains, antique cars, buses, boats, ships, pedicab, carriages, and many more. And I am a fan of classic cars, so I think this museum gives me a special impression.
Okay, wow, that's cool. Okay, Miss Hilmina, thank you so much for your attention.
My pleasure.
Okay. Okay, guys, that's what I'm reported at this time. Sylvia Febriani and all the crew say goodbye. Thank you so much and have a great day.
Okay, thank you Sylvia for the information. The fourth report we will be connected by Elsa Alyani, who is currently at the Anjungan, South Sulawesi. Please Elsa, what are the conditions at the Anjungan, South Sulawesi?
After the years, with media Miss Elsa Alyani in What's News in UMT, December 6, 2022, to present the most actual and reliable news, which will summarize in around news this afternoon. Viewers, South Sulawesi province is located on the southwestern peninsula of the island of Sulawesi. It is bordered by Central Sulawesi province in the north, the Gulf of the Bern to the east and the Flor Sea to the south and the Makassar Strait to the west. The province which consists of 21 regencies and 2 municipalities, inhabited by 4 ethnic groups, namely Bugis, Makassar, Mandar, and Toraja. The Bugis, Makassar, and Mandar tribes have almost the same cultural style, so they are often referred to as the Bugis Makassar people. They generally live in coastal areas and are known as accomplished sailors. The Toraja or Pangkonan traditional house, here is the house of the owner of the traditional room, which is placed on 3 piles of the follow pit or kabonga, which is a symbol of nobility of the house owner. Traditional Toraja houses generally face north, have a unique roof in the shape of a wanga or Bugis boat, and usually have carvings with a certain meaning. The colors of the carvings are very typical, namely red, white, yellow, and black. Another unfinished belonging to the Toraja tribe, which can be enjoyed at this pavilion, is the family grave, which is located in rock burrows on steep hills. Layang or cemetery is considered a very important place because it is home to the spirits of people who have died. Therefore, the bird is also known as Pangkonan Tegarabu or Smoker's house. At the same time, this pavilion also often puts on performance such as traditional ceremonies and other things related to the culture and tourism of the area. So guys, on beside me, there is someone who will be interviewed, and her name is Cintana Marito. Okay, Cinta, I want to ask you, do you like this animal and what do you like from this animal?
I think this pavilion is very different because of the charm of Tanah Toraja, which is represented Toraja's traditional house or called Pangkonan. This safe house is a state of Wangsa booth or Bugis booth, stand firmly next to a replica on the stone liang or grave.
And the second question is, what is the function of the traditional house on Anjungan?
Okay, the traditional house on the pavilion has function as a place to showcase various aspects of regional culture such as hunting and forest product and fashion show from each tribal.
Okay, Cintana, thank you for your information here. Just the latest what's news in UMT. I'm Elsa Alyani and I'm leaving. We will be back soon to report on the situation on the next platform at the time this afternoon. Good afternoon and have a nice day.
Well, thank you for the report. Viewers, the news at the same time plus around the news program this afternoon. I'm Intan Cahyani Putri, thank you and see you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Guys, tim jaga tas.
Emang Intan udah track